Hey everybody, Dr. Wenzel, Brentwood MD. Welcome to this next three-part video series that I'm doing all on male infertility. You know, infertility is a very common topic to be talked about, but I find it very rare to take this discussion on from a male perspective, given how common infertility issues are overall. This first video is really meant to be kind of a fertility 101. This is a high-level look at an otherwise incredibly and potentially infinitely complex subject. But to give you some basic framework, if you're sitting here thinking, I wonder if I, as a man, have some fertility issues that may be contributing to our difficulty in expanding our family, or I wonder if in the future I may have some issues for when I'm in a position to expand my family, whether I work. These are questions that are in virtually every man that I've ever met, and without any real confidence demonstrated with the ability to actually procreate, this can be a lingering thought and insecurity, and I'm a big advocate for people to get information, to know what is real and what is not real. So the first thing I like to share with my men, and also, by the way, for any women who may be wondering, I wonder if my male partner has something to do with this, or in the future, will he be a problem as we try to expand our family? The first thing is it's very, very common. 10 to 15% of all couples experience fertility challenges. As I began to dig into the research of this, I knew it was a common problem, but I have to be honest, I didn't think 10 to 15% of the population experienced this, so you are not alone. Thing number two is, and this is not meant to be good or bad or right or wrong, it just is the state of things, there aren't a ton of male fertility specialists. Primarily, our traditional gatekeeper for the subject of infertility in general is through reproductive endocrinology and infertility, and these are fellowship-trained OBGYNs. So the disproportionate perspective and approach to fertility are all female-centric. Now, again, male fertility specialists are very hard to come by, and they tend to be in very large urban settings. But it helps frame the unique challenge to approach this from a male-centric perspective on how to attack this. This is really quite interesting, and probably the most important piece of information I'm going to share with you is that male problems are actually very common. When you split the difference, they're just as common and potentially even more common than female problems. 30% of all fertility-related issues are a male-only problem, not insignificant. Another 30% of all infertility issues are a combination male-female compatibility, kind of a collaborative effort to solve the fertility issue, and only 40% are female-only problems. Again, not good or bad, it just helps give a state of the union and why this complex thing is very hard to navigate. The take-home point is that it's very, very common. Men, you're not off the hook. Matter of fact, this is probably the first place we should start with all fertility issues, because most of the time, we are the easiest to fix. If we do find a problem, and if there isn't a problem, there's tremendous value in proving through a thorough evaluation that you, in fact, are viable. But don't delay. You've got to be proactive. In the next video, I'm going to be talking about who should be getting a workup, when it's kind of time, and what that workup looks like. And then in the last video, I'm going to bring it all home, where I'm going to give you kind of action steps to take. How do you identify the specialist that can help you, and answer 3 of the most common questions I get specifically from men around fertility. I hope this series gets you thinking about this, and it's either useful to you or someone that may be walking through this. Until we see each other again, take care.